Ahi barakatuhu mnaweka nakola musakera nga nkubuuzaako obadde otya olamu kutwala butya era otambuza otya ensonga nebaza mukama kuba nti akyakuwadde omukka ng'okyassa akyakuwadde obulamu okuba nti okyamoga ng'era okyali mulamu tumwebaze era tumusaba era nga tusa mwaka guno beere nga gutumazaako mirembe ko tukimanyi nti ennaku zituuka mu nnaku nga zino eno abantu buli omu abeera ne wasiwasi sipiidi yeeyongera tufuna obubenyenga bw'amaanyi nnyo tufuna okweraliikirira naye nno mbasaba buli omu agenda okuba nti ajaganya ennaku enkulu genda mpola kubanga nga 10 January okusoma kugenda kuba kugulawo so school fees beera nga kasente kolinawo kakwata empola kakekkereze osobola okuba nga ozza abaana ku ssomero tali katagemanya program the sharp talk nomukuna Tamale mde tusedda wali mutabani w'omugenzi Yohana mama nkulamusaako era nkwebaza okuba nti nno oli okyalimu kyekuumisa mukama yongera okuba nga nkweba esinga okuba nti oyagala bwena ndabako essaazi nokusaba yongera okuba nga otya Mungu omusinze omutendereze omusabe obeere ajja kuba nti akumalira byonna byetaaga okuba nti akumalira naye era mukasanga nga tukyali mu mbeera okuba nti nno tukyali mu muggalo nyongera okuba nga amajiro tebannange obulwadde bweyongedde mu ggwanga kese zirinnya tobenga namanga gasinga gazze kuba nti gadda mu lockdown era gazzemu okuba nti gaggalawo kati netwebuuza muzeeyi Tamale njatandike n'ensonga eyo amanga gasinga gazze okuba nga gadda mu muggalo abazungu bazzeemu mu muggalo omafrika bamwe abayamwe gazzeho kuba tefa bugamba jamani nga 10 tugenda kuba abaana badda ku masomero economy neggulwawo nga mutuufu embeera eri bweti.
For you, there are two factors.
Yeah.
Mainly. You don't know what happens in Europe and America during Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas was a pagan day. This is not when Jesus was born.
Okay.
Yes, twazaalibwangako tekiriiyo lwali lunaku lwabasamize nga balusinzizaako katonda waabwe ow'enjuba aleete enjuba kuba winter yali y'amaanyi kati bayimbanga Christmas carols ne bajjayo emisubbaawa babeeranga mu caves kakati Christmas etuuka mu severe winter kati winter eri mu Europe
obunnyogovu bubeera bw'amaanyi
nnyo kati abasamize be bakusinzanga ne baluyitirako bannaabwe abasomi abasomi ne baluwamba because of its commercial value muzungu ekintu kyonna ekivaamu sente akitegeera ne lufuuka lw'amaanyi nnyo. There was no way Jesus would have been born during severe winter and the world was colder than now. Abalunzi nga bali batya ku ttale n'ebire tebibeera kiriya emunyenye baligirabye bati
kituufu
ate olina okutegeera ti buli kabaka wa Roma empeera wa Roma yayongerangako omwezi ogugwe kati you have to calculate all of these factors. I agree with the Orthodox. Jesus might have been born in February,
not December.
Kakati abazungu lwa Christmas eyo bategeera balina ba Mirundi baayo bo tebalina force tebalina kuwasuna tebalina kuba bantu miggo bakozesa psychological effect. So kogambe tiwazzewo obulwadde obulala buli effective badde muyinda
yes
banakyakala mu sama
toteekawo maanyi kuba ku bantu miggo kola
yes, that's what they do. Two, I'm still guided by two factors about COVID-19. The statement made by the former Secretary of State of the United States, Pompeo. Pompeo said, unless the Chinese tell us, we shall never find the root cause, what caused COVID-19. Because it started in China, in their research center, this town where it struck,
yes.
But the Chinese are secretive. That's why nobody Pompeo said, unless the Chinese tell us, we are gambling.
Just fidgeting.
Speculation. Kakati ate on World Health Organization we are relying on China that Trump not reducing the money. This World Health Organization man knew. He gave the Chinese more audience and more attention. Trump resulted by reducing
the
U.S. contribution to World Health Organization. Two, eddagala lyonna normal limala emyaka eki
emyaka 2
nga bali
kyagenda through
kyovulaba mwalwanira erat kakati because of pressure ti abazungu bakwatibwa ebintu bibiri ebyakakyusa life ya Europe and America. The terrorist attack Twin Towers. America had to forego their liberties.
Yes.
Nabaga nti omuntu atagenda ngakola hundred tamanyi kye bayita tubes bazigala. You don't know what it means okugala tubes. Kuba half of the population ebeera mu
ekozesa tubes ezo.
Kakati ekyokubiri COVID-19 exposed. They had forgotten about hospitals. They had forgotten bonga bali mu ntalo. Endwadde zonna
bazimazeewo nga
tetibadde. That's why their hospitals were overcrowded.
Okay.
Ne banoonya bino bye basizaamu nga tebabiina. Baali bamenyi nti a few people come to hospital. In fact, painkillers like Panadol were developed because a doctor cannot remove your tooth. Obawaabira. Kakati alina okumala okunoonya kimuno kyekikuluma ojja muwaabira. So they developed painkillers to give the doctor time to examine.
Amategeerera obuzibuli luddawa.
Kakati amalwaliro ga Europe ne America galundibwanga bwolaba banka. Ti banka bwe bayogeranga nti kyeyakubanga mu mawulire ti banka eno egenda kugwa abantu bonna ne baddukayo omulundi gumu. If everybody goes to the bank to withdraw money, then the collapse.
Era banka ebeerina kugwa.
This is what happened in Europe. Their hospitals.
Okay.
Uganda and crunch, economic crunch. Era nayo bwe yabakwata bweti.
Okay.
Kakati nzire why look at things. Nti why has it come during Christmas? They know. Nti summer building gundi sand building yani they don't have the local defense.
Yes.
But you must find the scientific way.
Waliwo weevu ki?
Endala. Waliwo weevu endala mudde mayumba
mayumba mukakkane.
Yeah, that's why COVID bwe yajja concentrated on prominent people. Why? Ti bw'oba olaba omuganda akugamba nti bwentu bya sematimba n'ekikwabanga abaali abaziranga lwabali adda leero nga nze erulire kawa neeriire n'enywere Queen kamukutte Prince Charles kamukutte Trump ali egundi basitaafu be kabakutte prominent people died, then you scare the population.
True. Olaba kakutte
is no longer money, is no longer prestige, is no longer high positions in the government and society.
Tekisosola kiri atabaala
kati abasoma propaganda ebyo ffe tubikola.
Okay. So kati embeera eriwo eyokuba ensiza amanga gazemu tedisa muna Uganda
Noria yakwata Ssekabaka Muteesa olubereberye yamujja ku bawalabu. Abawalabu balina speciality one. This is why I tell you Ahmed bin Ibrahim yajja mu 1848 yaleka akoledde abasiraamu kye bataleberawo. Many historians don't look at it. Ahmed bin Ibrahim did not come with religion. He came with the trade. As a result, Muslims are in
the trade.
In the business. Until recently, the Muslims said, all of the mayors in Babasiram, Abakulia Butadi Babasiram, Abakulia Utoda Babasiram,
transport Babasiram,
Ahmed bin Ibrahim.
A system
yes. At one time, Buganda army, in about mercenaries, Abawalab,
Buganda
brought to guns here. The Arabs,
okay,
for trade, protection of Bugun, hunting elephants for tusks. Kakati, olina okukitegeera nti Ahmed bin Ibrahim yaleeta trade. Bano bane baleeta ki? Diini. To train you to work for them. That was the principle. Yet yadda mu masomero missionaries biki. He left everybody to trade. Trade is something that does not need much good until training. Successful businessmen, especially Baganda, Gundi. Kakati ezikubu yaluma Ssekabaka Muteesa olubereberye. There was no medicine for it.
Okay.
Naga nti bufuuse bw'abazira. Yes. bufuuse bwabazira the brave ones kubanga yamulumanga naga nti bano bajja kulowooza ndi munafu but the women with gonorrhea became very expensive nga inenzi kuba munoonya anti ofaanane kabaka
nawe obeere muzira
gonorrhea, when you see a disease that has threatened the society, it requires many names. Sirimu, okusitula ebidomola, embwa yamuluma, kakati kitikutegeeza. N'enziku erina amanya mangi. Abaana bagalye, mukazi yafumbanga emmere. Musajja n'agamba nti mukyala akukawa abaana bagalye sobola kusituka. Obulwadde bwabazira, enjoka ensajja.
Ng'amanya ga kirwadde.
Yes. Kakati Abaganda bakuyininga a proverb. If you fear to acquire gonorrhea, will you marry your mother? Yes. The Baganda said, if you fear gonorrhea, are you going to marry your mother?
No.
Because the only person you know that is safe is your mother.
Is your mother.
Using your father. Sinatobwa abatalinaanze kubeekwatanga ku bitooke. Zalina ebika. Waliwo olubuuza eggali yanakwata akagundi. Very painful. Until the Baganda discovered supu w'emmamba ne muzuukizi.
Supu w'emmamba oyo akola nnyo ku nsonga eyo. Okay.
Kakati kyenkugamba. Na bano abeewaffe era akaayi. AIDS bwe yajja baaga abalimba jja mu lubaawo. Aluddayo. Because if we fear ekiri atabaala kyekisigadde nali. That's why Muganda says ekiri atabaala kirya n'asigadde eka. If you go to war, by the time you come back after the war, are there no deaths recorded in the village? Kakati that's a issue of desperation. Me cannot be desperate.
Okay.
Nti if there is no proper cure, everything that has been done develop negative effects. Are we not going to take children to school?
That's a question of Umuganda
the economy. Umuganda yakubuuza tibonoti enzuko n'owasako. If you fear to acquire gonorrhea, then it means you are forced to marry your mother because the only woman you know it is safe.
Is your mother. So not for to choose one. Bunatyo okufa tetukulego aigwanga te
era neewunyiza nnyo waliwo omwana wange gye yagenza okufuna ekifo ne bagamba nti nsasule 4 million ettaamu
4 million
nga yekyaliko ti even if school is close sente zazisigaze
4 million
ntya
Mzee Tamale, that is the country Uganda gye tulimu.
Ati nkubuulira because this is what we must safeguard against. Our children not going to go to school. I was
10th January, Minister of Yatugamba.
Bigirimana, bamuwadde honorary degree, PhD, because they said is a civil servant with a private sector mind.
Okay.
Bagambye nti as COVID was ravaging countries, we saw a huge construction in Kampala. Eyabalamuzi. Nebigirimana bali bamugobye nga bamulwanisa. Yes. That's how I help for people. Naye Bigirimana yagambye bwe yabadde yatulesinze life ye. When I grew up, my father used to escort me to a primary school for fear that wild pigs will kill me. Hey, kitabu yamuwerekera
ku ssomero.
This is what we should do. This is what, because it is ekintu kyonna kyolabanga fe mu Baganda tutya muteego because muteego oli bwakukola abaana n'abazzukulu. But it restricts yourself to you, to the family.
Yeah.
Once you see something ravaging the whole world, then it means is everybody buli bwongo bwa muntu bukoze eki. Learn how to exist in it.
Embedded weno wegasa bigambo bya minister byagambye nti embedded neriwo igenda kuba tigana economy okuggulwa so bana Uganda abazamu subinti babere
but we must protect ourselves.
Yes, because the number zikurizinga
tuganye government eganye deliberately eganye okunegotiatinga ne banks.
Yes.
Bajeko amasomero gano. Why should Museveni pump money in Uganda Development Bank? Zibabirayo busy. It should be stimulated. World Bank erase $1 billion budget. World Bank erase $1 billion budget. Why don't you help schools?
Amasomero nyinyi bagagambe kasaleko kusente. Abana bademu abageze mu senior 3. Tibasasula first term.
How? Because when these people talk, they are out of touch with the population. This is the problem. Okay. They are out of touch with the population. Many people invested in schools because Museveni changed the attitude of people to education.
Yes.
By the time I grew up in the 60s, ngabana babagaga tebasoma. After all, why do I go to school when I have money? Eranga abasoma baavu. Educated ones.
Okay.
Kakati the trend has changed. Everybody is struggling to ensure that omwana
wagenda ku ssomero.
Kakati bo nababuuza nti exposing abantu bano abali mu government, the planners, is that whenever you enable leaders, waliwo omwana wa minister asinga.
Tetumulaba.
Bonna basiru. It means that abaabo tebali wano eno. Tebali mu Uganda.
Bana gye basomera ewalala.
Era international schools zibadde zisoma. Emuli abaabo.
Yoze boba ge.
Emuli abaabo. Abaze ebita tebakyamanyi byawano. Tebabitegeera nti omukulu w'essomero yeewola ssente mu banka.
Era onagula obwati banka itali kukola.
Banka nga ye ssente zikola.
Ng'etega ngalo. Yakasikubiza tukola kwa
account ya banka. Why is the government not interested in helping the schools?
The schools.
Is because the bank, those who have stolen money during the COVID are using it to grab these buildings.
Bali muzebi yaga bagende kompola
Abaganda bakugamba nti omukazi asirize entamu si bino byemwogera bino byagundi teriyo Muganda, that is ebyaye nti omukazi asirize entamu emmere ewunye yagikombere mu fumbiro
muleme kulyako.
Kakati these people bo bafuna ddaabo, they are the planners of government, they're the strategists of government, they benefit to ones that. Are you saying that those schools are going to be transformed into other bagala kulondia mumbizi? They remain schools. What is going to change is the hand, the ownership.
Yes.
Babigule. And they will get money bamaze obigula bana amalo obigula ejja kulya nti government esonyi amasomero se.
Minister of Education mama eggwanga alirumirirwa era nga yagala nnyo abaana okuba tebasoma. Kyo tukino tabimanyi.
Let me tell you, a honest man, President Museveni, Mama Janet, and that generation ba Lugunda tebamanyi baana bano bye bazanyi. Is it their generation? A mafia does things beyond human imagination. Omwezi, omusiru, omubbi, ne sabotua, ne terrorist bakola ebintu byebimu. You cannot understand it.
Okay.
Kakati these people abatali ba generation yen tebategeera ba mafia. Nti I came up and said the people being killed in hospitals, those who are taken to Arab countries are killed and their organs extracted. And one of the leading hospitals where they killed my daughter is Sir Albert Ku. Nabagamba, could anybody believe that the Chinese are operating in Sir Albert Ku? Tewali abadde akisobola nti omuntu addira abaana b'abanne ne batunda ekibanja kyabwe oba poloti n'abatika ku nyonyi ng'agenze batta. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? Tekirowooza namu ti people abagagga ennyo abalina buli kantu konna ate batta n'abantu mu malwaliro. Yes. Kakati Sirinye Museveni. The intelligence, you don't have political intelligence. Two, era ne bwe bawaaba bano baabafuga mafia mu gavumenti ya Museveni mulimu bbiri. Nti bakola ebintu byatasobola kukola. Bakola ebintu bayita bitegeera. So a generation yabo. Museveni is not a mafia. If you are not a mafia, you cannot understand mafias.
Go bategeera.
Nze mbategeera.
Ngatuva ku nsonga eya.
Solve this issue. Abagamba ti ku mulembe gw'Obote buli wakusatu amasomero one twalina tata schools nga buli ssomero libateekawo bali wa tata Western Uganda benefited why
jenasomero lyakasinga tata najireka jeri
but buli wakusatu amasomero gangendanga mu Ministry of Education negafuna obwenyanja negafuna yellow maize negafuna beef lero neziddayo where is it now and Obote was controlling a small economy
kituufu
what happened era one of the ekyaleta strike yeekako oyo Ssenyonjo Christopher yagoba omusajja nga mukiga bamuyita Kisiiza nga tabba nga abaana balya bulungi n'amugjawo n'aleeta omukulu w'essomero gwanabba naye ebintu bimala kutuukira Masaka n'abitunda abaana kwekwokyeza baali bamusse yali yasima ekinnya mu nnyumba n'adduka kakati if you talk about schools reopening too nabagamba we would have an engineering department from the army because we trust the army nabagamba nti mu Uganda musigaddemu institutions ezirina credibility Museveni ne army.
Museveni is an institution as a president.
Yes, I regard him as an institution.
Okay.
Remember, guy, look, engineering department, yeah, army, muji assignment again, they can structures on now. But Ninja Kuba Havana, and it's not a Jimmy. When you talk about schools, you don't know. And it's not a Mujiri, and you have a full day. It is never but you move on to Egua, which is but Angulagwa, Gabata Havana, to Museveni Savan, Chituf, Eritrea Kebera, Garafo Bakwata. What exposes the Minister of Education is the construction of the school in Tanzania. The school was constructed by set house engineers.
What should offer to be called?
What Museveni provided for 5.6. Tell us.
Mukaluka campaign
yomukungiriza wano at 4.6 but what is embarrassing
na munyinga kuoli nakuchanga tuli mukasala
kandi mukazi oba amuyisa okufumba emmere ku mbaga embego emmere newooma nnyo
ngewote wakati wooma
ekitegeeza sabotage sabotage.
You promised us a school at every parish nga tuli mu campaign nga muli munonya kalulu kicholinga wa future tetugalabako gali Tanzania
era kyembaga nti abo bakatagamba sekerera. You are fighting Kenya for rejecting your commodities. The battle is not in Kenya.
Nothing to reject.
Vice versa. They have extended their marriage. Nabagamba waliwo omunene wano yakwata golodi wenga ddala golodi namutwala mu simulating gundi Entebbe ku airport. We have the best simulating goldi gundi. Bagenda muteeka mu box nga yabadde omutuufu Kenya n'emugoba bamukwatanga mufu. Who has access to the simulating machine?
Bana abakulawo
Kasooli bwe bagoba yali avuddewa oli ya boss nga mu recording zenina. May I do business on pure gold? Ajja kundaba yaneereegamu. There are two people fighting and they are not far from Museveni.
So Honorable Kadaga is missing the point.
Anti-Mumulo was anti-Kenya rejectees and I'm telling you, I have already written a book how we should prepare for the Uhuru presidency.
Hey.
Yes.
Uhuru is becoming the president?
Laira president.
Laira?
Yes. They uprooted the red line. He had into Uganda. Why? Laira blamed us for okulemeza Uhuru ubundi Kibaki. And you see, for me, I laugh at these intelligence organizations. Bokede published a story about the Kabaka where he distributed limousines to 18 Saza chiefs. What's the origin of this man? Do you remember that Raila came here to operate at their function where they had not invested in Museveni?
Nchijukira bulungi.
Museveni had to maneuver overnight. Raila nga yamusanze.
Origin yeyo.
For me, I help you. I look far. I have said Museveni should prepare for a hostile Raila.
Okay.
Because Museveni has this problem of, we call it the Lucifer theory. Lucifer theory, political science, twachijja mu ddiini. Nti Lucifer yali malayika mulungi nnyo mu ggulu.
Yes, bwekiri.
Nga Katonda
amwagala nnyo.
Yamwefuulira.
Bwekiri.
Whoever Museveni has helped turns against him.
Ndigwagambye nti nno
Raila escaped from committee. N'akwata Lake Victoria. The moment he landed into our territory on Lake Victoria, he was helped by our security people.
Okay.
Muhwezi was in charge of that operation. Received Raila at Uganda. Wolomusu went to war with Kenya. Ngamuyayagala Raila Day. Museveni said,
no.
I made a mistake of handing over 3 people to a country he did not name. They were killed. They will never hand over
any other person.
I give you free. No gain. Nera ira yagala Museveni. Kakati ekyo nakyo mukitegeere.
Okay.
The battle in Kenya over your commodities does not originate in Kenya.
In Kenya.
Abakenya babatwalayo amagye amavundu. Abakenya be batwala amagye amavundu. Abakenya be batwalayo egundi kasooli omuvundu. Oba yava wa.
Weewaawo. You
have extended your mercy. When these malicious people are fighting, they don't look at the personal interests and the national interests. That it will take a time for Kenyans to accept your maize.
Kituufu.
Bumulwana bwemulwana. Bwemutyo bwemulwana.
Muzeyi Tamale nga ensonga tugivaako. Akalulu kabadde e Kayunga.
Yes.
Kyafumbye nga buli kimu kyaniiguuse.
Nze neewuunya.
Era twageza okumekeeza nga NRM nti ewangudde akalulu.
Kyeneewuunya kiri kimu. Ekintu ekineewuunyisa nti bagamba nti abasomesa political science is not a science. Political science is a science. These are political scientists.
Okay.
And the difference between a political scientist and a natural scientist is the variables we use.
You use, okay.
A political scientist is more scientific than a natural scientist.
Natural scientist.
Kubanga bakulaga weather forecast. Timpewo egenda kuva eno eddeeni. Waliwo akigula. But a political scientist uses human beings as variables. Nti mu Europe bwe bakuga nti buli yagenda okuwangula yabagenda okuwangula. Because they depend on the factors.
Okay. Okay.
Kakati nkugamba nze ngenda ne mbawandiikira obutabo ne beewuunya. Nawandiika akatabo kange kano invisible hand. Nabaga nti invisible hand mulimu omuntu
omukono ogutalabika.
Mulimu omuntu akolera mu gavumenti ya Museveni.
Naye nga talabika.
Era nakati mwali.
Ito twatumanyi yavaawo kati.
If you want to have a peaceful election, remove Dombo.
Is the invisible hand?
Once Dombo is removed, there will not be violence.
Muzeyi Tamale
Dombo is an agent of somebody. I know
Dombo yakajja.
You go and ask Dombo. I saw Dombo when he was working in Karisis, in my village. I even talked to him.
You saw him?
I know Dombo. If you want a free, violent election, remove Dombo.
Ave mu kalulu.
Ave mu kalulu. Museveni amugalireko ebweru. Amugane mu kalulu. You will see change. Kubanga gamba nti who loses? Can't we have a violent free election?
Bantu bakubiddwa emiggo.
Yes. And you are helping who? Kakati nkugamba. Like a human beings, political organizations are attacked by their enemies on a daily basis. It's the level of early detection of an organization that saves it from its enemies. The institution should create an early warning mechanism as well as a quick response one in order to survive. Political institutions suffer from what we call political inertia. They develop weaknesses. They are like human beings who have to observe a high level of hygiene to avoid falling sick. Furthermore, political institutions are like human beings who must ensure self-preservation. Once a human being or an institution succumbs to death, then it ends its living cycle. If a political institution loses political preservation, it dies like a human being whose defense systems succumbs to disease. Finally, and more important, political organizations must have detective systems to check the internal enemies and the external ones. Internal enemies used to sabotage or destroy political organizations. Museveni went to the bush to fight election rigging. It would be a taboo omuziro in Museveni's government. Where did this kubba bululu start? Okubba obululu okulira mpandi kwatandika mu kalulu ka 2011. Nkugamba, losing by election. Look what this Mirundi's son. People say this man is a drunkard. The drunkard has defeated the 4 years.
19th July.
Nabalabye jonga bagandi omusajja tumugambye ayite omusajja aganye yatugambye tayagala nakutulaba. You started the battle, finish it. Mwali mulowooza nti muli bagezi nnyo. I was watching from Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday tomorrow. They will be giving evidence on Zoom. And I was watching a meeting in the State House where they asked, what if this man has video clips? I have them, but I'm mature. Sisobola. Nemwatira omwana wange mwali batikuku, I've exposed the batikuku. There was at that time a Chinese cell. Babuloni nga kigudde, Babuloni, Babuloni, Babuloni nga kigudde. Mama ndi mu programu kakubire. Babuloni nga kigudde. Kakati nkubuulira ate gundi alubati kuku kugwanga Babuloni. Nkugamba. Otera nakawandika ddi?
19th July 2012.
Losing by elections. The NRM was a number of and winners. Secondly, for a ruling party to lose a by-election doesn't necessarily mean losing support. Where the ruling party registered the majority of seats in parliament, the voters may decide to check it by electing opposition candidates in the subsequent elections. Museveni kyebamukola red paper is do or die in Kayunga. Either we lose or they get. What is in Kayunga? These are money makers. The dombos, the money makers. Because a ruling party cannot fail to win a by-election for two factors. One,
LC5 seat, next to the Prime Minister, next to the President. What you from Museveni can accept Nabu Kenya, who organized a birthday party for Museveni, a fake one, a rotten cake, rotten mangoes, rotten pineapples, and Museveni considered the defeat when Nabu Kenya won the way by election. He is also the incumbent MP for that area. Yes.
Can you compare, apart from having a gold mine in those areas, they have not declared, ask in Nankabiro, whether there is no largest is in a forest, to wait agana kusima.
But
yes, and this man, aliye Kayunga, tajja kukola. Muganda obwakuwasiza omukazi oba omugagga yenna, nakuwasiza omukazi amuzaalamu n'abaana. This man who is unpopular has been installed.
Muwonge.
Tagenda kufuna maanyi. Bajja kubanga amasimu. Bajja kubanga amasimu. Kakati bavudde ku interest za party. Two, nalabye omusajja we Kayunga oyo aladisi. If lions have been caged, how can a rat shout? Nanya Bobby Wine could I was the chairman of the electoral commission. When did he assume those powers? The media Kawempe Sama, the Bubali Kampala was a Japan Kampala. Those are dangerous fellows. The Dombos, away again. Tibamatia Bere Kosi. Bore Bakankana.
Bakandi for sanction.
Live Kayunga.
Abantu basibiddwa.
Kakati nkugamba.
Mzee Tamale, NUP agenda mu court.
For example, Singaporean Prime Minister Kwan Liu states in his book that Singapore, the opposition in Singapore, tweaked his party when they did not defeat the candidates in many constituencies, and the ruling party MPs went through unopposed before the actual general elections. This sent alarming messages to the voters that the ruling party would lack checks in the parliament. And therefore, on election day, the voters returned the few opposition candidates who stood The opposition trick worked perfectly well. The voters voted the opposition to retain checks in parliament and to avoid a single party arrangement in case the ruling party took over parliament.
Okay.
Ate basoma balina obudde baavu. Kati oyo talina no control ali tasomanga na political science. Tamanyi international nababuuza nti mutubuulire. Police in a library side. There are similar cases. That's why I admired it to Mukunda. Whenever I went to Mukunda, I found him reading his Mossad books.
Okay.
Cases are similar. Twaina wano omusajja ku Bugundi ku WBS nga kuliko omusajja Dr. Derrick. Babiteekanga kusomesa ki. Bano abaawa n'abatasobola ku accessinga that information.
Okay.
Kakati Singapore baateekawo okulonda. Ku nomination day of opposition constituency ne bazireka. Ezimu ne bayita mwana opposite. The population was alerted. If we don't vote the opposition people, but bagenda kudominate.
Dominating.
The election date waliwo government yayitamu. Yes. Bapulaninga. Tituyinza kudya. In fact, even in law, a party that has already secured the 2/3 majority, there is no judge, sensible judge, as well as kujeba. This one has already secured.
NRM yajanyiza negamba nti nga kitwabye Kayunga kisigenda okubeera mu bagenda mu election kirina okubeera mu komansimbi okubeera emitirana
areetunga omukazi yeewaana namufinyisiza n'olubuto namusiize n'enziku but you are accumulating evidence against you nti these people are exposing you. NRM that went, these are not Museveni supporters. Whoever is doing this is not Museveni supporter.
NUP egamba tekalukabiddwa.
Yes, obviously.
Okikiriza.
Obviously. Ati kasookola ebyo ebyobusiru. Ate express ye timu ekuba amayinji. Omupiira referee asala mu halali ate ekuba amayinji. Why do you rape a woman? Can you rape a prostitute when you have money? Have you ever seen Bad Black claiming, lodging a rape case in any court of law?
No.
Yes, you cannot rape a prostitute because voters are like prostitutes. You deliver the services. Naye sente muzibbayo kati kambabuuzi magezi bye yagamba nti mu Paris model kuliko billion bwezi. Where is the money that is reflected in Kayunga? Kuba mwalibadde mulaga abantu n'abakoba nakola brand ey'okubiri. You are choosing the Uganda Land Board, yes, of evicting people. Olaga ebyapa byavudde ku kyapa kyani.
Byapa 10 biramba.
Anti byavudde ku ttaka lyani. Because if government wants to buy land, the landlord comes, they send their government values the land, compensate that man.
Yes.
Kati government n'abakoba would start by stating us twaguze ettaka mu Kayunga muno ne landlord n'avaayo kati abasenze tubawe ebyapa ne landlord n'atuwa a copy of the check.
Yes.
Bulanda yakoleddwa garage in garage out.
ne Mzee Tamale bwobanga gwe President Museveni mukasera kano otudde mu ntebe nga wasingize tiimu yokukola tufunga ne bwogwa nti yagenze yakuliza Mzee Tamale Museveni yagenze Kayunga n'ofusinga ne imagine ya bululu 5 just
Museveni ayina abamukoleramu baddumbu bakolera ddumbu ayina omukozesa era buli ddumbu gy'anaagenda wajja kuba violent and his people rejected him long time ago. You are dealing with the reject. Ddumbu ayina yamuteeka waawo. He is the cause of violence. Nkugamba in this case even the popular ruling party candidates who did not go through unopposed lost to the opposition. Secondly, ruling party supporters voted the opposition because they believed that their party's survival had already been preserved. Why do you kill people when you have already got? Until by-election yombaka parliament, NRM is do or die. Majority. How? Ndio msajja ina bakazi abana yakote house. Kakati ani agenda kusonyiwa tewali agenda kusonyiwa kakati nkugamba nti the results the supporters of the ruling party decided not to turn up for the earlier results had already showed their confidence that their party had already won and the opposition that feared the unchecked dominance of the ruling party turned up in large numbers. Nekugamba another situation where bano bali tudde wansi ne babala nupu yabakubaitya mu Buganda ne gundi a storm erekamu wayimiridde how could you be swept throughout Buganda ate n'omwana eyayita mwana oposta tafichalinga
NRM is claiming banasigala okweddiza Buganda banandikidde Kayunga mulepinga bakazi rape, this was open rape and Museveni cannot support this. Heads will roll in the Are you sure? Seems like you know comment about
Yobe again about violence. Yes. Dombo, the problem is Dombo. Domba inamu koliramu.
Okay.
Kugamba. Another situation is where the ruling party is given a blank check because of the prevailing political environment. Politics at times is a love relationship. Love suffers from diminishing returns. In his book, Julius Caesar Shakespeare tells us that when love starts to sicken and decay, it uses an enforced ceremony, which is forceful writing. Take for example, 1986 to 90, the NRM was given a blank check by the population.
Blank check? Just automatic?
Yes. Yes. But I know as a political scientist that when you overstay, system overstays in power, it develops political inertia. Okay. The NRM was given a blank check by the people of Uganda who had borne the atrocities of Obote and it was governments. At that time, the NRA was dominated by the Baganda and the Banyankole. The NRA separate from ministers who came from other tribes was dominated by those from the bush. The NRA was also dominated by Banyankole. This explains why people like Dr. Alex Ofumbi, who was running a clinic at Lyantonde and Okecho, Dr. Bata took center stage because they were not from Buganda or Ankole. These and people like Teddy Wamuse gave the NRM the national outlook on addition to this ideology. Although the NRA said the members of Hamba Education, this was not considered a serious matter at this time. Soldiers became Abana Bafe. Nobody at this stage had the time to waste by looking at the shapes of their noses. These were non-issues at the time. Uganda had more important issues occupying their minds. Abantu bakuwa blank check.
Yes.
NRM was given a blank check. By the population.
Yeah.
Ngobibula mu ntibi Banyankole sonyi bechiko bindi arudda. Uwa. Ngati wali.
Kasojera ku tiketi NRM. Tumaze kubaza okubantu oyingidde.
Nekugamba point eyokubiri ekulaga nti NRM was given a blank check. A blank check at that time. This explains why no Banyarwanda officers occupied very important government posts which did not attract attention from the public. They had other important things that occupied their minds then. These simple matters which have taken center stage today. However, by 1996, things had changed. Obubbi. Kubanga golowooza, bano balowooza. Tibwe babba ssente za service delivery bajja bakuba emiggo. Toyinza kugamba nti Museveni abawadde ssente mugule ennyama n'ebyokulya nti abantu bawe walagi tufisse. The Greekers will fight you. You're violence. The source of